Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Just waiting for some folks to join us. Come on in, folks. Happy Friday Eve. Let me know if you can hear me. Good morning. If you can hear me, let me know in the comments. If you can hear me, say good morning. Don't be a stranger. Good morning. Let me know who is joining me. Trying to do this dual social media. So just inviting a few folks. Please, if you haven't already, you can feel free to share with your friends. And if you can hear me, let me know in the comments. For some reason, I can't see anyone's comments. But if you're here, you can hear me, you can see me, let me know. So good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a good Friday Eve morning, wherever you are. In Pittsburgh, it's a little wet, but we'll take it because it's kind of warm, right? And we started the week extremely, extremely cold. So we will take that, and I hope that you're doing well, whatever the weather is like where you are. So this morning, I wanted to hop on. It's my first live of 2019. The time goes so fast. And I wanted to hop on this morning and talk really quickly about why you are feeling stuck or why you might be stuck. And specifically, it's around this time of this month. Hey, Felice, it's around this time of the month of January, right? When people start to say, I need a do-over for the year, right? It's around this time of the year, around this time of the month when New Year, New You has worn off, when if you are still making resolutions, they've kind of fallen to the wayside. You may have started going to the gym and have stopped, or whatever you plan to do, you haven't done, right? And it's around this time of the year when people start to say, oh, I need a do-over. I need to just start 2019 over again, like just throw the whole year away. So I'm going to be doing some lives over the next couple of weeks to help you get unstuck and help you really make the decision and the declaration that 2019 is still going to be your year, whether you need to have a do-over or not. And the good news is every day that you wake up, you have the opportunity for a do-over, right? But in the grand scheme of things, let's look at this a little bit differently. So just in case you are new to the Tiffany Huff Experience or me. My name is Tiffany Huff Struthers. I am the woman behind the Tiffany Huff Experience, and I work specifically, hey Tasha, with women to help them recover from their setbacks and share their stories and experiences to make an impact. And if you're feeling stuck, you clearly are not going to be able to make an impact until you get moving. And it could be because of your setback that you're feeling stuck. But specifically, I want to talk about 2 reasons why you're feeling stuck. And when I share what they are, you might be a little bit surprised. But the reality is sometimes it's what's right in front of us that is keeping us stuck, or that we're overlooking, that is challenging us. And so the 2 things that I want to challenge you to consider this morning that may be keeping you stuck. Hey, Val. 2 things that may be keeping you stuck right where you are your planning and your prayers. And you might be thinking, why would my plans or my prayers be keeping me stuck, right? Those are 2 things you need to employ consistently to make sure you keep it moving. But the reality is your plans and your prayers could both be acts that are serving your procrastination. So if you are in a place where you're like, I got to pray about this, I got to pray about this, I got to pray about this, I don't know what God wants me to do, or I don't know if this is right, I need to pray about it, then it could be that you're praying prayers of procrastination. Sometimes you already know what God has told you to do or not to do, right? Sometimes you already know the move that you need to make, but because you want to serve your procrastination, you decide that you still need to pray about it. So consider whether or not you are praying prayers of procrastination. Like you've been praying the same prayer for so long, and you've been waiting for so long, like your kids are out of high school, they're on their way to college, and you still talking about you need to pray about it. No, you're stuck because you won't bust a move. So what is it that you're praying about? What is it that you're praying about? At some point you've gotten an answer. And if you haven't, then perhaps it's a no. And you need to change your prayer and move on. Don't get caught up in your prayers keeping you stuck, because they will. And then you'll be trying to justify the lie that God is not doing what he said he was going to do. No. You have to bust a move. Like you have to decide to make something happen. And sometimes you won't understand the revelation of your prayer until you do something. Sometimes you say you're waiting on God and God is waiting on you. So if you've been sitting there talking about you still praying about what 2019 has for you or what goals you need to set, you need to stop. Don't let your prayers keep you stuck. Your prayers are way too powerful for that. So if you're using your prayers as an excuse to procrastinate, then you're going to stay stuck. And then when it comes to your plans, it's very similar. If you're spending all of your time planning and you're not spending any time implementing the plans, then you're going to stay stuck. You can come up with the best ideas. You can go through a goal setting class. You can get an accountability partner. You can do all of the things associated with planning. Get your planner, have your Post-its, get reminders on your phone. But if you're not going to do the work, you're going to stay stuck. And you might be thinking, well, I'm not done planning. I'm still writing my plan. Okay, I hear that. But let's just think about this from the perspective of a farmer, right? If a farmer says, okay, I'm going to go out here, I'm going to pray over the soil. All right, you'll give him that. Before the season starts, he's going to pray over the soil. He's going to make sure that it's right. And he might even go out there and say, you know what, let me plan out where I'm going to plant what. So I'm going to plant some corn over here. I'm going to plant some grain over here. I'm going to plant green vegetables in the middle. But if you never put any seed in the ground, if the farmer doesn't go beyond the prayer and the plan, then we are out here hungry because the farmer is stuck planning and preparing, right? So you're going to have to make a decision about which part of the plan to implement first. which one of the prayers you're going to move on and make it happen. Because there's a seed, there's something that you have to put in the ground that is supposed to feed somebody else. But if you continue to just pray over the soil, if you continue to just plan on what to plant and you never put it in the ground, then people are going to starve. And in fact, you're going to starve. Because the harvest is for other people, but the harvest is for you as well. So if you're feeling stuck, you don't know what to do, you need to do something. What do you have in your hands that you can plant? Not plan about, not pray over. What do you have in your hands that you can plant? So when the harvest comes, you're not the only one who's starving. People are not going to keep feeding you because you're saying you're praying and you're planning. And you don't get to say every January in the middle of the month that you need a do-over because you won't move. Like if you want to get unstuck, you have to move. Don't leave this video hearing me say that you don't need to plan or pray. You do. But there also has to be some action behind it. It doesn't stop there. The seeds will not plant themselves. And maybe you're stuck after the planting, right? Because some of us are in different spaces. So maybe you've planted and that's it. Now you're planning to plant again, or you're praying for the seed to grow that you planted. You have to do the work to cultivate the growth of the seed. You don't get to stop there. So if you're stuck, you planted the seed and you're just sitting on the ground waiting for it to grow. That's not how it works. You have to keep going. You don't get the planning and the praying are ongoing things, but they are not the end all be all. So if you have a seed in the ground, there is still work that you have to do. There's cultivation of that seed that has to be done. Yes, you gotta make some moves. So I just wanted to come through this morning and share that with you. If you have been saying you already need a do-over for 2019, if you're feeling stuck, if you feel like you've been waiting on this prayer or you have this plan and nothing has happened or happening, it's because you're not doing anything. You have to do the work. You have to do the work. You are so welcome. And so, go back and look at your prayer journal. Go back and look at your plans and decide today, like, what is it that you're going to do? How are you going to move? If you already know what that is, you can leave a comment and we will hold you accountable to that. Like I said, I'm going to do a series of these why you're stuck or how to get unstuck videos over the next couple of weeks. So if you're not already following me, make sure you follow the Tiffany Huff Experience on Facebook and follow at the Tiffany Huff on Instagram, so you will be the first to know. And of course, if you have not already, you're looking for a way to get moving, to get unstuck, the Reclaiming My Time Challenge is a great way to kick that off. If you're on Facebook, you can grab the link right in the title of the video. If you're on Instagram and you're interested in the challenge, you can get the link in my bio. And what's today? Thursday. I will check y'all probably again on Saturday morning. So stay tuned. Have an amazing day.